Well, welcome everybody. And I hope everyone had a nice holiday. Happy New Year. And we're going to talk a little bit about New Year resolutions and a lot of what's going to be happening in the coming episodes for the year. But I wanted to maybe talk about that New Year's resolution. How many people have even kept it? How many people even made one? But I want to swap out of word instead of resolution, maybe intention. And let's use that word intention instead. So if my intention is to not eat junk food as much, well, what I was taught, what the universe hears, is the last thing you say, it just hears junk food. So you could say instead, I want to have the intention of eating healthy this year. And just saying that it has energy, and the idea is that that's the what the mind is going to kind of tell the body what to do. So you could do it with your posture. Oh, I'm not going to um, slouch or be a grump anymore this year. Well, guess what? The last things you said were being a grump and slouching over. So why don't you say, I'm going to smile more this year. I'm going to um, be happy around people more this year. Or I'm going to have a better posture this year. My intention is to sit up straight. My intention is to greet people with a smile. So think about that a little bit. And the idea is, again, when I say what the universe hears, but it it's more internally too when we think about it. So one of the things we're going to do this year is, well, let's back up. What we did the last maybe 4 or 5 shows, we broke down the Tai Chi form, the Yang style 24 form, and with that I meant we talked about each move, and we broke it down and had different ways of explaining it, and uh, just went over the practice of it and kind of um, hopefully, and it did. I've talked to a lot of people, and that sort of new format helped. So, and this wireless mic seems to help too when we get up and I move around. The sound quality is a lot better. One of my resolutions or my intention is to drink more tea and just to stay healthy and double up on the vitamins. Get through this. Oh, they call it the cold and flu season, and you just want to keep that positive mental attitude about staying healthy. So again, last year we did the last few shows where we broke down the Tai Chi 24 form. Going forward, we're going to work on some Qigong. And Qigong is actually, we talked about this before, it's older than Tai Chi. It's actually used um, for health reasons, for meditation, um, just the movement, the exercise, the energy. You want to improve your energy this year. You want to get better at meditating. Try some qigong. It might help, and we're going to talk about that for the next few episodes, and you'll be able to apply the different techniques, and we'll get some guests on that you can just learn it from different people. So it's depending on the message or the messenger, and you'll be able to put that in your toolbox, we call it. And the more knowledge you have, the better. And it's to make the practice your own. We've had a couple new students at the Northbridge Senior Center recently, and they come from different backgrounds with, maybe some karate or other martial art background or yoga or just no background, but they heard it was good. They heard it was healthy. And again, I recommend it to everybody. It's done so much for me. I enjoy teaching it, and I do see the benefits that others receive as well. So why don't we get up? We'll start moving around a little bit. Let me just place this over to the side. All right, so we cleared our space. We have a little bit more room now. And first, let's talk a little bit about the power centers that we're going to be using and having that intention. We have that lower power center, and the word for that, or the Chinese word, is the Dantian. We might say our gut feeling. And we measure, we use our fingers as a measurement. We start off with the belly button, we measure down the width of the 3 fingers, and then we visualize the width of our 2 fingers inward. So there's that gut feeling that we have. This power center is sort of the battery. That's where we store the chi, or the energy. And then when we need it, it's there, and you can draw from it. You can always add to it. We have some techniques where we gather the chi and we place it back in. So this is used to connect to yourself, your internal energy, what you need when you need it. You have it maybe for a thought, like, should I cross the street? Should I, whatever, trust that dog if he's coming at me or whatever. That's where you're drawing it from here. Or physically, you'll see the sumo wrestlers or the football players, like, ha, they get, come on, let's go. They're drawing that energy from here for self, either awareness or self-protection or whatever like that. Then the heart center, obviously centered here. That, again, we have the techniques where we draw energy in and we pack the chi in here. And this heart center is used to connect to others. And we will talk about that a little bit deeper later maybe, but that idea of there's plenty of energy here that you can, give to others right here. That third power center is that upper, or the third eye, prana. There's different names people call it. This is that power center used to connect to that higher source. And again, we use the hands. There's a power center here, the smaller ones in the palm of the hand. And we use that to gather the chi and build an energy ball, or as antennas, and draw chi. They call it heaven chi, earth chi. You can just bring chi in. You'll see techniques where we draw the chi in. And sometimes you hold it there for a moment, and you might feel like that slight pulse, or that movement, the breath of the chi going in to that power center to connect to that higher source. So again, you want to maybe you're trying to think of an answer or whatever, somebody's name. You're always like, you put your hands, it's like, what was that? Or, you close your eyes, you put your hands up here, just when you're trying to think of something. Well, you're tapping into that energy, that universal energy, we call it, that higher source. Excuse me. So those are the 3 main power centers that we talk about. And we also have the 2 power centers in the palm. And there's 2 power centers in the feet as well, located sort of like in the arch, but on like the ball of the foot, a little bit centered. And we use that for our grounding, to get connected to the earth. We talk about that. So those are the power centers we talk about. And then let's get into our form, our positioning. The first one we talk about is that mountain position. And again, it's named, this is a great background too we have tonight. We're in our Zen garden. So we want to be in our mountain position right here. And this is where we just check in. Remember, we talked about the posture a little bit. So we want to be aware of our posture. We want to be aware of our breath. We talk about the breathing as a long, slow, deep breathing. We don't want to really hold our breath with these movements. We want to have that exchange of oxygen into the blood and the lungs filling. And again, when we breathe out, we want to get rid of that stale air. So we're in our mountain position. We want to have our 5 bows. We talked about what a bow is, where the arms are out to the side, not tucked in tight. The knees are slightly bent, so there's a little bow in the back of the leg. The other bow is that idea of elongating the spine. So the idea is there's a weight on the tailbone sort of pulling down. So that's why, again, while the knees are a little bit bent, you're visualizing that dropping down, that weight pulling down, as well as a weight or a rope or a hook, they call sometimes. You're hanging from above. So there's that stretching of the spine. Drop the elbows, relaxed, but out sort of in the back just slightly. The wrist, the fingers, the palms, everything's open. And then we take our breath in. We load up that right foot and we step out. And this is where we adjust into that horse stance. So again, the breath is happening. The posture is still up and down straight, just like that. And now we want to start connecting to the earth, to the chi, to the energy all around us. So the feet are connected. Feel the power centers we talked about. If you want to visualize for balance, if we had our shoes nailed to the floor and then we got into our shoes. So picture that amount of grip, or your if you saw like a cat or something where they grip into the carpet or the grass and they grip in. That's what you want to visualize what's happening to you as well. And then the palms are out to the side, but they're connecting or plugging in to that earth, to the surface, to the chi, trying to, again, we're going to be drawing up energy in a moment. But if you want to, again, for balance, if you need a chair or a stool, have one handy, but visualize you're resting on the back of the chair, or that you have a cane in your hand, or they used to visualize roots actually coming from the hand, going down to the earth and coming up. So it's a strong energetic connection. There's nothing physical here. It's again, the energy. Just be an optimistic skeptic when we talk about energy and chi, okay? And now we're going to draw that energy up, again, with the breath, breathing in. Then the hands face each other, the palms face each other, and you'll feel that little energy, and just sort of wash it down. Feel it go down into the body. And then we bring it up. We talk about that heart center. So we raise it up to about the heart center. And then we, again, push down. So you're always feeling almost like rubber bands too as well. I'm pulling up that energy. And now I'm going to move that energy around. Picture you're holding like a beach ball. And just circle it around. And there's the chi going into the lower power center. With our breath, and then we complete. So it's 3 moves 3 times. That first move is drawing that energy up, making that energy ball, and again, visualizing dropping that energy in at the top, that power center up there, picturing it going down into the heart, into the lungs. It's catching anything that's negative and getting rid of it. Now when we draw up more energy, it goes into that heart center. Again, fill the heart with good energy and do that second rinse. Just push the negatives out. So now when we draw up that energy, we can use it, we can give it away, just like that. Come into reload and back down. And the slower you go, that's when you start to feel what's happening with the chi, with the energy. And just that third time, so it does go a lot smoother. You get rid of some blocks, some negative thoughts, or just negative feelings, stiffness. And on this last one, visualize instead of giving it away, you're going to bring up that energy and it bringing up the back and just circling all around you. We're putting a nice sort of protective bubble around us. And then we return back to our mountain pose. And that's a nice, simple 3 moves done 3 times Qigong move. It's a great one to do in the morning. You can add they call them mantras or prayers or just good thoughts. So you could just, again, positive, good thoughts and just thank you for this day. I feel good. I feel happy. I want to give some energy away. I want to help everyone that I come in contact with today. Whatever your mantra is or your thoughts or you have a morning prayer, do that in the morning. These are just tools that you could add to whatever you practice now. You might be, hitting the gym at 5:30. Well, maybe just do a nice little mantra, a nice little Qigong move with the breath and just get some good energy going and flush out any negative thoughts or stiffness and just get rid of it and build with good energy before you start the routine that you already have. So the other good thing with the Qigong, and we'll get into it more when we break it down, there's not a lot of movement. So you can do it in a very small space. There is, leg. So there's benefits, the leg, the back. You still get a full body workout, but we're not doing as much walking or how we did with the Tai Chi, where we needed space to turn and to kick into all the arm moves and all that. So just, you got your nice little spot. You could use put a flower in the center or, look out of the window and just at a tree, at nature. And it's a great way to sort of bring in that meditation as well. You want to calm down, calm the mind to, again, get the body to enjoy and get all the benefits of it. So the other moves that we'll show you some of them tonight is that, again, that drawing up that energy. Very calm. So now we're going to make that energy ball and we're bringing it up. Even though the hands are in front, we're visualizing the energy that we're drawing up. We're drawing it up the back, up the spine, up each vertebrae, and coming over the top and coming back down and picture internally just the spine. We're massaging each vertebrae, going up and down. So make an energy, bring it in, and bring it up the back of the spine. Again, with our breathing, and then down the front. We gather, place the energy again at that base of the spine, and start to draw it up. and bring it over the shoulders, over that, the crown, over the head, and feel that energy in the front of the spine, that spinal cord. The other way to visualize it, and maybe this might help for some people, is sort of a two pulley system with a rope. So I'm pulling down this rope, and the back of the rope is what's coming up, massaging. Hold on to that rope, pull up, massage to the very top. Now take that rope, pulling it down the front. And as you're coming down the front, feel how the back is getting that tracking anyway, coming up the back, down the front. So it's a full massage happening to that spinal column. So we'll do one more. Breath in and pull it up the back of the spine, over the top and down. The next one is when we gather the chi or the energy, we're going to bring it up and out. We talked about giving the energy away with that that morning routine that we did, the 3 moves. But this time here, I'm making that energy ball, and we'll talk about energy balls. And we're bringing that energy up in the front, so I'm holding it. And we already did the back, so now I'm just coming up the front and circling out. If you want another explanation or a little deeper one, the idea is you have your aura or your energetic body around you. So you could take that energy and you could visualize it just encompassing all of you, all that, and putting that protection around you. Bring it up and circling over. Or you could use it with the intention of a loved one, maybe. Just protecting them and putting energy around them, just like that. The third one is that idea of that energy coming in to that heart center. Again, that bank, that energy bank right there, boom. Take a little withdrawal, give it away. Gather more energy from the sides. Make some more and send it up and out. And gather some more, and we talked about dropping it down in to the body and just filling everywhere where it needs it. So we repeat that one. Bring it into the heart, sending it out. Gather the energy all around where it's up and out. And this energy ball, I like this feeling of dropping it in, and it's going to go where it's needed. If you need that energy for, you need clearer thoughts, my sore throat, my lungs, anything sore or stiff anywhere, the knees, you just get rid of that gunk, yuck. It's going to recycle into the earth, and don't worry about where it goes. It gets recycled, okay? And there's that last one, just like that. And then we return back to mountain. Good. So we talked about the idea of the movements are done slow with intention. With the breath, we talked about breath, we talked about the posture, and we hit a little bit on energy. Energy is a very energetic, touchy topic with people, where we could talk about how the energy flows, but we can also say, oh, it's the blood flowing in the body. Okay, people get that, but there's energy in the blood. So we make that energy ball. I don't think we'll have time tonight, but we talked about it. We've shown it before. we'll break it down. I tell you what, that'll be one of the next classes that we do. We'll talk a little bit more about the energy ball. So for those of you that would like to join us when we come in, we do our live classes on Monday at the Northbridge Senior Center. Again, every level's welcome. Everyone's welcome with different backgrounds, no background in any of this. You're curious. Maybe a doctor recommended you find a Tai Chi class to help you with balance. We focus a lot on the balance, the meditation, and the exercise, and all the benefits that happens. And that's Mondays at 11. Any Monday that there isn't a holiday or a snowstorm. So we've had a few of those already this year. So just give them a call. Make sure the class is going on. We'd love to have everybody there and really just get healthy and learn from each other. Where we again, depending on the energy in the room, it just seems certain people are attracted to another one for the how they teach. So we do learn from each other with the classes. So they're a lot of fun. Hope to see you guys soon, and that's all for now. Take care.